Hello my beautiful Bitterroots, welcome to my channel, and today I am gonna do a different thing that I did last year. Last year I did a pan that palette with this baby, and I used this like 90% of the year, and it drove me crazy and I hated it and it started irritating my eyes and I quit. So that's how much I used. I used most of it. I hit pan in the blush, just barely, right there. And, you know, I'm never again will I just use one palette. So, but I was stupid and signed up to do a pan that palette. So I'm going to do a pan that palette intro for here, and I'm doing it with a collab with a bunch of other ladies. The collab is called Let's Get Naked, and the challenge is to pan an Urban Decay Naked palette of your choice, or an Urban Decay Naked dupe. So I decided to choose my Naked Smoky palette to not necessarily pan, but just work on. So I am going to work on this palette. So, and I have these colors. I have other projects going on, and I chose certain colors to be focusing on in those projects. So I'm going to be focusing on High, Dirty Sweet, Combat, and 13, and Slanted. But anyway, I will be not necessarily trying to pan this, but I will be incorporating this into my, I'll be just trying to use this more often. That's what I'm going to be doing. So this is in Collab. The creator is Amanda D on YouTube, and I will have her listed in the description box below, along with everybody else who will be doing this collab. Because I'm just going to be doing a quick little blurb about this, I'm going to also be including it in with this update, or this video of mine as well, just because this is going to be so quick. It's going to be like a minute, and I know that YouTube does a bonus something if your video is more than 5 minutes long. Just saying that. So pick your favorite naked palette and pan along with us for 2018. This started as a quest to pan naked 3. So yes, there's going to be a lot of us that is going to be trying to work through a naked palette. So that is what I'm going to be doing. But because I was so sick and tired of trying to work through one palette, I decided that I wanted to try to at least touch all of my palettes in a year. So I sat down and I wrote down all of my palettes, even my smaller palettes, palettes that are 3 shades or more. Shades that are 2 shades or less are in something separate. So 3 shades or more got put in the list. And I don't have too many that are 3 shades. I have 41 shadows. So if I do 2 palettes a month or here and there, I could probably get through most of my palettes. I would like to try to at least touch most of my palettes. And so I'm going to do a roulette style. I want to do random.org because everything's all numbered. But because I'm going to be working through my smoky palette, this one's going to be crossed off the list because this one will just be incorporated into whatever 2 palettes I'll choose, because I want to try to choose 2 palettes. But right now I am trying to use a few shadows in this cargo palette, and The project that I'm using, that I'm panning this, is going to be ending towards the end of January. So I would like to continue to try to use this palette in January. So instead of doing random.org for January, these are going to be the 2 palettes that I'm going to be using through January. I don't know how much of the Naked palette I will use, but January, I would like to just continue to use my Vintage Escapes palette. So I already pre-chose my palettes just because of my Pan That palette, the Naked one, and then this one because it's in a project pan, and this one's going to be ending the 26th of January, I want to say. But for my February one, I'll do random.org and choose 2 new palettes, and then I'll just incorporate this one in there, here and there. I'm not going to try to pan this, but I will just try to at least once a week use this palette. You know what I mean? At least just once a week use this palette, just to try to use it more often, you know? So that is my goal, but I just kind of wrote down everything. You know, I have my Too Faced Cat Eyes, my A La Mode, my Too Faced Sweet Peach. I have my cargos. I have lots of cargos. I have Vintage Escape, which I need to mark off. My cargo Around the World, Chill on the 6th, Laying Down Under, my Julep RSVP. I have a lot of palettes. I was thinking maybe I should do palette collection. So there is my palette roulette intro and my, what is that called again? I forgot. My Let's Get Naked intro. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you guys are doing any projects, I would love to see them, so list them in the description box below, and don't be afraid to post them because I really do actually like to view them. So if you're an actual subscriber, it will not be thrown in junk mail, so post below. I do love to watch them, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.